everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna. I am a portrait photographer in the Chicagoland area, and much like my setup, I'm doing something a little bit different today. So I have been a little TikTok obsessed since this lockdown has started, and I was really inspired by this TikTok. I have been following a lot of the photography TikToks, and this idea where you have the portrait in the middle and some photoshopped elements around it seemed really cool, and I was really inspired to do something on my own similar to this, and this isn't usually something that I do, so I figured why not do something that's completely out of the ordinary and just mix things up a little bit. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification button to get notified every time I post a new video. I typically post once every 2 weeks, so if you hit the notification button, you'll be notified every 1 to 2 weeks to see when my new videos come up. As always, the setup that I was using today was the Canon 6D with an 85mm lens, along with the 80-200 Pro and a Neewer softbox. If you are interested in all of the items, I will be having all of them listed down below for you to check out. This tutorial is going to be a little bit different because I am going to do most of it completely in Photoshop, so assume that you have completed your editing in Lightroom and you like the way that it looks. You're going to go ahead and take that photo into Photoshop. So in this process, you had taken 2 images, one where you're holding the object and the other of yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to take the object selection tool and you're going to highlight it all over the hand. With the clone stamp tool, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the brush size a little bit bigger and reduce the opacity to about 79%. For spots where the second image is still appearing, what you're going to do is you're going to take the quick selection tool and you're going to drag over it, and from there you're going to go into edit and do content aware fill and make sure that the fill is black. To make it look like it isn't been cut out of an image, what you're going to do is you're going to go into filter and you're going to go into blur, Gaussian blur, and pick the selection in which you like. Usually I do something a little bit subtle and click through the preview to see the selection that I like. If you're interested in adding a drop shadow, this is optional, but what you could do is go into layer, layer style, drop shadow, and then set the preferences to what you would like it to be. Once you have completed the first arm, you can go ahead and import the second hand and set it to the adjustment that you would like it to be. From there, the process is the exact same. You go into the quick selection tool, select the arm, and from there, make sure that each element that you want, such as fingers or each edge of the object, is perfectly in line with how you would like it to be. If you made a mistake while doing the quick selection tool and don't have the edges correctly, what you can do is go onto the left hand side and take the brush and begin brushing over those edges to reduce the color. And if you had a mistake such as I did in the finger, what you could do is use the clone stamp tool on the left hand side and draw it back in. Again, make sure that you add a little bit of Gaussian blur to clean up the edges and a drop shadow. Once you have completed all of that, this should be the final result. So one tip that I have for you if you're planning to do this photo shoot or to do something in the future kind of similar to this is pick an object that isn't the same color as the background. Obviously you can see the white styrofoam head blends in with the white background, and it makes it a little bit difficult when it comes to photoshopping and it comes to actual selecting of the object. Another tip that I have for you is to not be afraid to ask for help. I myself have no experience whatsoever in editing in Photoshop when it comes to photos, so I usually ask for help. My dad has some experience in Photoshop, so I asked him for this specific one, as well as asking people in your friend group or asking other photographers in the area if you can get some tutorials or some lessons. If you don't have anyone readily available to you, YouTube on this platform has tons of tutorials and experience, so you'd be able to find something really easily. I'd also like to point out that most of us are pretty much in lockdown, so this is a perfect time to learn a new skill. You can obviously add this once you build up your clientele or once you start getting clients again. You can use this experience that you did in Photoshop to do it in the future. If you want to watch some similar photography videos, I will have them listed down below, as well as in a playlist for you to check out, as well as some travel videos where you can travel the world with me and see what I do in my free time. But that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something new. Please stay home and stay safe, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.